What now?
Yeah.
Not now. No.
Yeah.
Then.
Now. Yeah. Happy day. Yeah. You're live, mate.
Yay! Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. It's feigning incompetence there. It's not too hard for us. Welcome, everyone. It is Warhammer Sunday. No, it's not. It's Warhammer Sunday Saturday.
Yeah.
I've still not got the hang of this yet, have I?
No, you haven't, mate.
Not figured it out yet.
You're failing miserably, mate.
Do you want to just go back to the pre-roll and we'll come back in 10 seconds? We'll just
Can do, mate. Can do.
Nah, I've said it now. It's not going to work. Yes, welcome everybody to Warhammer Sunday Saturday. That time of the week when Festa and I sit down at the bench and do our Warhammery goodness.
Yeah.
I say originally on Sundays, but because of real life, that can't happen anymore. So we're on a Saturday now. So there you go. I'm knocking the camera already. As always, before we get going, let me do all the usual shout-outs and stuff to all the people that make my content possible and keep this channel alive. To my patrons and channel members, big thank you to them, and to my sponsors and affiliates, emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. Yes, big thank you to them. And of course, Cromlech over at bitsofwar.com, who are my affiliates. Links to all of those guys in the description below the video. If you want to get some awesome resin minis from Cromlech, from Bits of War, use that link. Or use my affiliate code. It'll give you 5% off, and also it'll give me a little bit of kickback, so it's nice.
Happy
help for me there. Yeah, and of course, my patrons and channel members, if you want to support the channel and be cool like them, you can go to patreon.com/modelmakingguru, or you can press join underneath any of my content, as you can with my co-host here.
Yes, me. Festa. Yeah, see what I did there.
I see what you did there.
You can go over to youtube.com at Festa67s and become a member, or you can go over to patreon.com/Festa67s workshop and become a patron.
And help him out as well. So welcome one and all. It's that time of the week now. I can't remember what we were doing last week, but I was getting thoroughly bored last night with my orc flash kits. I built 5 of 10 and I've given up for a while.
Even off air, the Wibble off air was brilliant.
I was like, I'm bored with these now. So we're doing something else. Bored with these.
I'm having to fight through the boredom.
Yeah, bored. Don't want to do this anymore.
Walking away music.
Yeah, it was pretty much that. So we're going to be doing something else tonight. But before we get into all that, let's have a quick look and see who's in chat. We have Scale Model Muse is the first person in chat, and at the moment the only person in chat. So
absolutely.
Big hugs to you, Muse. Welcome along. More people. More people will appear as time goes on, of course. Yeah. But if you are watching this and you want to join the live chat, if you're watching it embedded in Facebook or Twitter or somewhere else, then just click the YouTube icon in the bottom right-hand corner. It's down there somewhere. And that'll take you to YouTube where you can carry on watching and you can join in the live chat and we'll answer your questions and we'll hang out with you as best we can because it's all really small and we can't really see it because we're old and rubbish. But, you know,
happy days,
it'll be good.
Folks.
Anyway, Colin, my co-host, Festa67's Workshop, how are you, my friend? How have you been?
Fine and dandy, mate. I've been TV free for obvious reasons. Chillaxed. I had a bit of a power nap and
I watched no television today for obvious reasons as well.
No, I left that to everyone else. It's like, none
of that rubbish, thank you. But so how's your day been going other than that then? You successfully avoided it?
Yeah, successfully avoided it. Quite proud of myself. Dave's in the chat saying hello, Dave. How you doing,
hey,
guys?
Dave. Hello, Dave. Big hugs to you, my friend.
Yeah, suitably chilled, mate. Be honest with you.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, yes, go on.
No, I was just answering you yet. I'm suitably chilled.
Now, yesterday, on the Friday stream, you managed to successfully make one figure last 2.5 hours. I was quite impressed with that. Yep. You managed to pad that out for 2.5 hours.
You're proud of me, aren't you? Because you didn't think I'd be able to do that, did you?
I'd be like, I gave him 10 minutes before he finished building it. I was like, you'll finish that in 10 minutes.
It was very difficult to drag it out for that length of time, but I did.
I heard that rumour. I knew it would go like that once, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, you managed to drag it out for the whole show. But you're going to be doing the same kind of thing tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, because I was having a move round, and I
put your full screen so they can see.
Yeah, I found this box. It was like that, and I thought, oh look, it's another Warhammer, because I wanted to get all my Warhammer stuff together, organise my stash, get all my Forge belt together, and do a building plan.
And you were a bit like, crap, what I've got left to build now? Oh, no.
Yeah, and then I turned it round, and it was, oh yeah, that's the one that Foxx got me for my birthday. Look, this is what I have to put up with.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's me. I'd actually forgotten all about that.
Yeah. But underneath it is a Adeptus Mechanicus Tech Priest Dominus. There you go, and it's that bloke.
Yep.
Look at that.
I built one of them. They are great fun to paint.
So
a lot easier to paint than you think.
So that post-it is now going to go and join my ever-growing group of post-its because, you know, yeah. And see, when H is defending Fox, I can say, look what I have to put up with, love. And she'll go, oh, bless him, he's only messing about.
Yeah, and then when she sees the project we've got coming up, she'll be like, oh.
You're mental. Yeah, that's what she'll do.
Yeah, you'll try and blame it all on me, and she'll be like, no, he's lovely, it's your fault.
So that's what I've got, a little dude there. It's all stuff to buildy, painty. And,
I hate to tell you, but you even get options in that kit.
Do I? Mandatory parts then.
I think you can have different weapons.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful little kit, but it's fun to try and get it to glue to the base because it's got really tiny points of contact.
Yeah. Dave says, hold on a mo, Festa's working slowly. Whatever next, mate? Oh, no, Dave.
I know.
Are you all right? Do you need to sit down, mate, for a minute? Or better still, go and have a lay down on your settee, mate, with blankie.
Yeah.
I think you need to, mate. So
with a nice cup of tea and some chocky bickies. Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you know, we've got no chocolate biscuits left. All we've got is just hobnobs. And I'm like, oh, I love hobnobs, but when I've had chocolate hobnobs,
yeah.
I like the poor man's hobnob. Muse says, nothing worthy of time on TV anyway.
Absolutely, Marcy. Absolutely. Yep. Especially in the UK, across every single channel. Yeah.
Just turn that crap off.
So, yeah, right.
Yeah. So tonight, as I've finished those first 5 flash kits and got thoroughly bored building them, I decided it's about time I started building my Steel Legion set that was amazingly sent to me by I don't know who. I still don't know who sent it to me. They sent me the entire. They had a made-to-order run on e-models on Games Workshop. They said you can only grab them until whenever it was, the 3rd of April. They've got a week to order them, and then they're never coming back into print ever again, probably. But they will probably. And somebody sent me the whole set, so I still don't know who, but amazingly. So I'm going to be working on them. But Colin, I'm going to give Festa the fizz now. I'm going to give you the fizz because.
Oh, am I gonna? I know. Look. Oh,
the white box. It's a white box. It's a white box.
Yeah.
Always gives you the fizz. There's also a black box and some coloured, but I've also got the blister wrap.
Yeah. White box stuff is good. It is good.
Yeah. I'm not going to start with that white box stuff. I'm going to start with some of the individual figures, and I'm going to start with the commissar, I think. So I'll start with that one tonight. Now, I've never touched metal miniatures before, actually, to build them. I've painted them, and I've had metal miniatures that other people have built. So this is going to be a new thing for me. I've got no idea what I'm doing, so it could be
that
interesting.
ain't a new thing for us, not knowing what we're doing. That's the norm.
Yeah, Muse says yuck, but I don't quite know why.
I dread to worry. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to be trying. I've got no idea about drilling out the barrels or how to get rid of the mould lines or
drill out your barrel.
Yeah, barrel. I will, of course, have to use lots of super glue.
Yeah. To
glue them to the base and to glue any arms and things on. So I'm going to have to get my second bottle of super glue ready just in case.
Oh my God, he's using super glue. Oh,
well, I know it's. I could sit
dear.
there and pin them, but I don't think I need to pin the individual arms on people. Ow, banging my head. I don't even know where there's my CA glue.
I don't think you would need to. Depends. I mean, they're not exactly the heaviest to figure, are they?
No, I don't think I'll need to, but it is CA glue based. I'll have to scribe lines. And there's, of course, with these, 0 instructions completely.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. Yeah.
You're bad enough with instructions, let alone without them. Oh, this is going to be fun.
No. Yeah, no. Right, so we'll get on with these in a minute. So don't forget, folks, if you are watching this and you're in chat, bench and belly, what's on your bench? What are you working on right now? And belly, what have you had for your dinner, or what are you going to have for your dinner? We need to know all the details about your food. We don't really care what's on your bench, really, ultimately, but we do need to know what's on in your belly or going in your belly.
Yeah, we need to know all the things.
Yeah. Now, what was your belly last night? Do you know what your belly is tonight, Carl, or you're not sure yet?
No idea, mate.
Belly of mystery, as always.
Yeah, it's whatever my delectable missus decides to cook.
Awesome. We like your delectable missus. She makes all the best things.
Oh yeah.
Right, so
you like your daily photograph.
I do. Now I'm looking at this little commissar figure here, and it's early Games Workshop, so it's not actual normal human shape. It's kind of squat and stubby, which is quite charming. But there's like little bits of flash on it that I'm going to have to clean off.
Saviour of the universe.
See what we did there. 1995, the copyright on this.
Oh, wow.
That's how old they are. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's nice and clean.
Back in the day, isn't it? That's how they used to do stuff.
Yep.
Any bendage, warpage, or anything like that you got to do?
Well, the good thing is it's white metal. If you get things like that sword blade there, might be a little bit bent. You just bend it.
Happy days.
And bend it back.
Marcy says, coffee, yes. She says, not working. A day called off. Good girl.
Yeah, I like it when you have a snow day or a day off.
Yeah, you have a breather, Marcy. You work hard, darling.
Oh, there's the camera. God damn it.
Yeah, it's camera there, Fox. Just you know.
Ever since I've had the camera on that side, everything I ever need is on that side of the desk. It's really quite frustrating. I'm so special. Oh.
Yeah.
Right, the first thing I need to figure out is how to drill barrels. Drill out your barrel. Oh, cool. There's a little on this metal piece here, there's a little tag.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like a little moulding tag. And you know it's a tag because it just says on it, tag.
Okay.
Bless.
Well, they've got no effort then to remind you that this is not a piece of the kit.
Yeah. We interrupt this programme for an important announcement. This is an important announcement. Now back to your regular scheduled programme.
Yeah. If you notice this notice, you will notice that this notice is not worth noticing.
Caution, this sign has sharp edges.
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite impressed with the quality of the moulding. It's all nice and crisp.
Yeah.
The detail is fantastic. It's obviously scrubby and a bit, poorly detailed because it's 100 years old.
Yeah.
But the casting's quite nice. It'll look really nice. It's hard to see. It'll look really nice once it's actually primed.
Yeah, once you've primed it
properly.
And keyed the metal, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Have you finished your figure yet?
No, I'm still on my first piece. I have so far removed one nub.
Oh, you're a nub.
You're made of nubs.
I don't know how the best to get rid of mould lines on these. I'm just going to use my knife blade because I don't want to necessarily file everything.
Has started a diamond dart. Oh, what you doing? What you doing, Marcy? What you doing? Come on,
tell us what the diamond dart is.
Tell us.
Oh, wow. When you scrape the metal with your knife blade, it just becomes even more shiny.
Yeah. You're taking off that...
rough.
Yeah, I wouldn't say slag, because it's not slag, is it? It's that burnished or... it's that matte effect. So the minute you start doing any form of clean-up, you get a high gloss shine start appearing, and it is good.
I wonder if I could actually sand it, though, with normal sanding sponges and not just metal files.
You might find... Have you got any of the buffers, then?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll shine them up, but obviously aggressive sanding, you should be able to sand it quite normally, mate. I used to sand my bike frames, my white metal bike frames. It takes a while, but it'll clean. If it's a massive big raised edge, then you might have to get some kind of scrapey device or
I've got my files and stuff, and I've got my actual mold line removal tools, so...
Jeweler's files, says Marcy. That was what I was trying to think of. I've got a packet of them over there, the Jeweler's files.
I've got a pack of B&Q files from 1987 that I've still got.
Of course, I keep forgetting, Marcy. You've done the white metal Warhammers, haven't you, darling? Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Should help you out.
It's really hard. Like, I'm filing this bit down here, and I can't tell if I've got rid of the mould line or there's a little step.
Yeah.
And I won't know until I put a primer on it because it's so shiny you can't really tell.
Yeah. You can always use a buffing wheel and a multi-tool or something like that, but the thought of you manhandling a manly Dremel, it's quite...
Yeah, it's
quite scary, mate.
It's not conducive to happy times, is it?
No.
Oh, actually, the mould line removal tool is actually quite good. On white metal. Ooh. Just, people are just going to see the back of my hand all day, aren't they? Oh, well.
Yeah,
why don't I put the camera up a bit? Why don't I put the camera up a bit? Right, I'm going to move the camera around.
Yeah.
It's going to be an unmitigated disaster, but we'll get there.
Wouldn't be us two if there wasn't some form of disaster, mate.
Yeah, if there wasn't some form of mitigated or otherwise.
Because that's us two, you know, we are
now I'm
useless.
Yeah, now I'm going to put it here, and then what will happen is that it'll be in the way of my head. It won't be straight, but we'll have to live with what we've got.
Yeah, you're going to be going bing, 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 bang.
Drop my light down one. That's better.
That's why I spun my microphone round. One, it's easier when I'm streaming because I can just have it hanging down in front of us. But it's when it was there, I would turn round and either smack my head on it or my arm on it. It's like, yeah, that's annoying. Yeah,
not ideal. Right, where's the centre? Let me just get my focus lined up. And then we can stop fettling around.
Yeah, it's a kitten, she says. I posted a pic on my YouTube community feed. Good girl.
Lovely. It's hard to actually focus on a metal miniature because it's all just shiny. That'll do, I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, at least people can see what I'm doing now anyway.
Absolutely.
So don't forget, folks, Pension Belly. My belly tonight, I made Mama Wolf a ham sandwich with a tin of ham that I sliced really thick and some very thick sliced tiger loaf.
Oh, nice.
And I made her that, and I'm like, you know what? That smells so good that I need to have that for my dinner.
Yeah.
So I'll be making myself...
Immediately wanted it, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm like, oh. So I'll be making myself a lot of that later on, after the show. I will be filling my belly with all that goodness.
He immediately said to her, any nonsense from you, missus, and I'll take that. Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Well, I made her one. She didn't have a lot, so I made her one. Yeah. And she's had half of it, so.
Oh, bless her.
She's not going to eat the other half, and I'm like, I could eat it now just before the show, but no, I can't do that. Because I need a cup of coffee with a ham sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you can get all the bits of squishy bread out your teeth and stuff. Right, the little nubs.
Nubs.
It's a kitten. Yeah, kittens are cool.
Absolutely.
I read an article today about some French researchers who have discovered that our understanding of how to get a cat to respond to your call is changing because of this experiment they did, which suggests it's... we think it's typically just a vocal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just say it, but it's actually sometimes just a movement can be more interesting to a cat than a call. But the thing about the article was, the problem with the article was it never actually explained what calls or movement. They just kept saying calls. It's like, oh, you can't say they've done all this and then not tell us what the actual movements and calls were, because it's leaving out half the article, you dingus.
Dave says, Foxx and electric multi-tool. I'm getting very frightened, so he's now hiding behind his sofa with Blanky. Yeah, I would, Dave. Yeah. Because the minute Foxx says that he's going to do something manly, like I had to explain to him one night about an hammer drill. He said, what's the point of a drill with a hammer? It's like, okay, right, this is going to be a painful conversation. Yeah,
it's like, what, do you drill nails or do you hammer?
Yeah, and... bits. Yeah, it is still preoccupying him because every now and then he goes, so this hammer drill. Yeah.
It's like garlic and bread. Garlic bread, what?
Yeah. So, yeah, Dave, honestly, mate, I would peer out tentatively from behind your sofa, mate, every now and then.
It's a safe place to be, I think.
Yeah.
I think clean up on these dudes is going to take a bit longer than normal.
Oh, really? Are you regretting your choice?
No. It's not my choice. I didn't buy them, but
I mean for live streaming.
Oh no, because it'll give me months of content.
Yeah,
but no, it's. I think it's going to be an interesting challenge.
So he was getting fed up with doing dudes. Now he's doing dudes.
No, it's just those specific figures. They're just the build
different
wasn't.
Dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. It was like.
Wasn't stimulating you?
No. I was just like, bored. I don't know why.
Marcy says, my cats must all have been part dogs because they listen. Marcy, I'd listen to you, love. Believe you me, that, mate, the cats are like me. It's fear, love. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's abject terror and fear.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not going to argue with her. I'm not gonna sit here and take my time.
That would be a stupid thing to do.
Yeah. That's sitting there going, yeah, look, she's folded her arms and she's giving me the look. Walking away music. Yeah.
Do, 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 do. I like cats. I'm more of a dog person, but it's really weird for me because I prefer dogs to cats, but at the same time, I'm far too lazy to have a dog because I couldn't be bothered walking and taking it out, whereas a cat, I can just let it do what it wants because I don't have to do anything.
The only reason I never got another dog is I don't think it would be fair on the animal because I can't get out and about to walk it, so I never got another one.
That makes sense. For me, it's like, I'd rather have a dog, but I can't be bothered having a dog, whereas a cat is self-maintenance, so, you know.
And I think after Gary, I just thought, I need a break now because he was hard work. Lazy sod.
Yeah. Well, maybe go for a breed that isn't quite that lazy.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, you know, so... Do
you know, this smells wonderful.
He says, I do believe Fox is having a wibble. He is, Dave.
Am I? What about? What?
Yeah, he is having a wibble.
Wibble about what? I'm not wibbling, am I?
Yeah, he's, you know.
What am I wibbling about?
Oh, they're going to take ages to do, Dave.
No, I wasn't actually wibbling about that because I'm kind of enjoying it. The funny thing is, I actually kind of enjoy cleanup. It's the assembly I'm not that keen on, but cleanup I don't actually mind.
Fettling, I love fettling, mate. It's well, you know this because of what I'm like before we go live.
I know this.
But I had the cunning plan tonight. I just left it in its clamshell. I couldn't fettle with it then.
Nope, it weren't going nowhere. Yeah. It's interesting because normally I just like scrape the mould line, sand it a little bit, done. But this isn't quite that easy.
No.
Although I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't go to all this effort to clean metal minis. I don't know.
I've not, like I say, I did all the bikes and stuff. So you'd have your white metal frame and engine parts and bits of resin. But yeah, I think you do. It's one of them. You know, Marcy would be the best one to ask because she's built a lot of them. But I can imagine, you know, Marcy would be the same. You would have to fettle, wouldn't you, just for your own sanity? Because the last thing you want to do is prime it and have, you know...
dirty great mould line.
Dirty great mould line because you're going to go, oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's just part of our normal routine now. You just instinctively do it, don't you?
Yeah. I'm not convinced that a knife blade is the best option, really.
No.
It's so silvery when you scrape it. It's so shiny. Yeah. Super shiny.
Super shiny.
Super shiny.
Yeah. So Dave says, would that be a Fox Flash Wibble? It would, folks.
No, I say I actually enjoyed the cleanup part. I'd find nothing more relaxing than before they updated them, going to the old Cadian models and just cleaning up a squad of Cadians because they were like, once you know how to clean them up, it's just a routine that becomes relaxing. That's so shiny.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
It's so shiny. She says, only the real bad line. She says, Stefan Last is in saying hello. Hello, hey, Stefan. How you doing, mate?
Hello, buddy.
Lovely to see you, mate. And all of that. I hope you're doing all right.
See, it may well be that some of these lines that I can see, I can see them because they're on a shiny metal, and when I put primer on, they won't even be visible.
Yeah.
It's all a learning experience because I don't know yet, so it's all
not
fun.
Only that, you've just worked them, so the area you've just worked is always going to be shinier than the surrounding area. So
it's kind of fun. I mean, I'll get this one guy built, and then I'll get him primed tomorrow at some point, just so I can see.
You're good, you are. It's why you're a guru, you know.
Yeah. See, people, you know, you think you model for a long time and you know everything. It's like, no, we're all learning. I'm learning stuff all the time.
Absolutely. If you didn't learn anything in the hobby, you need to stop because it is a learning curve. You've got to, you learn something new every day on this hobby.
Yeah. I mean, I'm one of those people, and you can tell by the way I play video games, that I'm always happy to get a status quo where I know how something works, and I'm happy using it or doing it, and I'll just stick with that. But I won't do it all the time. There'll always be times when I think, you know what, I want to do something new. Yeah. I'm lazy enough that I'm happy to do the same thing over and over again. But Every now and then, even I want to do something new.
Yeah, you go careful with that, mate, because you'll end up building a Revel kit. Yeah, you're all right. Kevin Stevens is in, says evening, Fox and Colin. Hello, Kevin. All right,
hello,
mate.
Kev. Hello, buddy. Big hugs to you. And to Stefan, of course. Oh no, that's one we've read. Do. But no, I'm quite enjoying. The good thing is I don't mind cleanup. I actually enjoy the cleanup because it's not something good, or you can't really go wrong cleaning up. It always comes out like better. So
yeah, it's like, just one of those. It's therapeutic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like God mode. You can't go wrong. So I don't know if I have to give it a light sand once I've finished just to key the surface, or if I just prime straight away.
Oh, a light sand here, Dave. Fox is going to get his sander out, mate.
No. Like on this lapel here, you've got this kind of texture, like a thumbprint texture.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you get rid of that easily.
Everyone's saying hello to Kev. It's nice that everyone says hello.
Nice to see Kev. Yeah. It's an interesting journey. And I want to do the best on these because, as I say, I still don't know who bought me these, but somebody bought me all these and I want to do my best on them. So I want to make them proud.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually, you know, that scraper tool is really good for smoothing things off. I like the fact they'll still have a certain crotchety texture to them.
Yeah.
A certain, you know, not smooth like plastic, and I quite like that.
You're a crotchety texture.
I'm not able to deny that, I have to say, in all honesty. Microsoft does not discuss rumours and speculation, but, you know, hey.
Yeah, that would be an ecumenical matter, he says. Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a mould line right on the peak of his cap, which is kind of annoying.
Oh, of all the places.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was quite funny. I was about to say something. You know, when you say something and you instantly forget.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know what I was about to say that was quite funny. But I was about to
that's the Festa effect, that is, mate. Welcome to my world. I did that earlier. I was going to do something, Fox. I can't remember what it was. And it was like, yeah, we went through a huge list of things it might have been. And
that was you last night, wasn't
it? Yeah, and it was. I hadn't put the pimpage in. And it was like...
Yeah. Well, he said he was about to remember that, and then I said a word, and that made his brain turn off.
Yeah.
That memory.
Yeah.
Easily distracted his memory is.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, there you go. It's better. Let's cut that off.
No.
Let's get back to... yeah.
What are you working on, Dave? What have you been up to lately?
Yeah.
What are you working on right now? I've only seen Dave doing the buddy build thing, the tank transporter. What's on your bench, Dave?
His feet, probably.
Yay! That's more like it. That's more like the Dave we know.
Yeah, Dave was probably stood there watching everything on the telly today in a three-piece suit singing God Save the King, wouldn't you, Dave? Oh, I could just imagine the names he's calling me now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can honestly imagine my mum. If she turned the telly on and it was on, I could just imagine the language she said when they announced Queen Camilla.
Oh God, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
My mum's not a royalist, so she's quite funny when she has a wibble like that. It's like, yeah, go for it, Mum. You tell them, love.
I can't imagine your mum being supportive of anything or meant it much, really.
No, she's a very compassionate person when she feels it's the right thing. But her mindset, probably like most of us, is there is a national cost of living crisis on. I think he would have been respected had he have postponed it for a year or paid for it out of his own money, because he's got the money.
Had he postponed this completely unnecessary rubbish.
Yeah, because constitutionally you don't need to have a coronation. So, yeah. I think it was a little bit tasteless in the current economic situation.
Which, like I said last night, I think it's a little bit tone deaf. I need a more stronger sanderer. Hang on, let me find a bigger, stronger
because
sanderer.
You've got people there watching someone come past in a solid gold coach that probably are going home to a cold house because they can't afford to pay their electric. So, yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with this picture?
So, I think the optics... Oh, look at me.
Ooh.
I think the optics of it...
You going all West Wing?
Yeah, I think the optics of it aren't right. I think it sits badly, hence why I didn't watch it.
Yep. I just have no interest at all.
Yeah.
As well as all that, I see the royal stuff as just I just see them in the same pool as celebrities, which are irrelevant and have no interest in that garbage.
Oxygen thieves.
Yeah, the only people that care about celebrities are just mouth breathers. Yeah. People that buy celebrity magazines, just stop breathing. Go on, please, just stop.
Yeah, it's always one of them moments in it when you've got a new friend and they invite you round, and on the coffee table are a selection of the celebrity magazines, and you sit there and you're like, oh, you're not the person I thought you was. Yeah.
Never going to come here again, not ever.
A rolled up copy of the Daily Mail or Sun newspaper in the paper. Oh, no.
And you're like, absolutely not.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, no. I had hope for you.
I had hope when I saw the white transit van on the driveway, but
yeah.
That hope is now gone.
Yeah. Look at us with our hyacinth bucket mentality, but you know what I mean.
Yep. Mew says it's all show and wasteful at any time. Absolutely.
Absolutely, Marcy. Absolutely,
yep.
Love.
It's all just celebrity rubbish. Right, I think that's about as clean as I'm going to get this puppy.
Yeah, mate, you want to go cleaning your puppies, mate. You do that off
Steady now. Ew. Filthy, dirty little bugger.
See what I did? Yeah.
Talking about my mould lines. I need to clean his under area, but I think that's just going to be dark anyway, so... Yeah. That's got, like, real rough casting on it, but I don't think there's any point cleaning that up, because I don't think anybody would ever do that. I'll just put some tufts right underneath him. Now, apparently, the way to do them, to put them into their bases is, first of all, remember where the hell you put the base. There it is. Apparently, what you need to do is, when you put them in the base,
yeah,
to make sure they fit nice and firm, because you've got the slot on the bottom, there's a slot of base. You're supposed to bend this a little bit with some pliers, so it's got a bit of a V shape to it. And that then means it can... Go on, what was that?
Bobbins is in saying good evening, and then Dave goes, Festa you, and he's bleeped it all out. He said, bench, there are plans afoot, but it will mean that I'll have to close my bench down for a short time. There are a few to be dotted and T's to be crossed. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you're having to move around again, Dave. What have you seen in the shop? Ghost Lyle is in. He says, somehow I have returned. Hi, everyone. Hello, mate. How you doing? Yes. Lovely to see you, mate. Lovely to see you.
So there we go. I bent the little base bit, and now it's a little bit tighter, but not much. Let me just tweak it a bit more. See, I learned this in a video by a person.
You've got a bent bit.
I've got to bend its little tab.
I'll go and see the doctor, mate.
Yep. See, it's got a V shape now, and that should mean it'll sit more snugular in the base.
Oh,
in fact, it won't go in at all.
Good word.
Yep. Cat snugular. May have bent it a bit too far. That just means it's never going to come out ever again. I'm learning. I'm failing, but I'm learning. There we go. So that is in there now, and that's probably never going to come out again, even if I don't glue it. But I will glue it, obviously.
Glue it. You know you want to.
Yes, well, I'm going. It's loose again now, so I think eventually some green stuff will have to be applied to the bottom of all the bases to lock them in place. I don't, unfortunately, have any talcum powder for a proper super glue bond, which is a shame. And I've just spotted another mould line where I thought I got rid of it. Gosh darn it.
Everyone's saying hello to Ghost Lyle. Nice to see you, mate. What's belly and bench? What's the belly and bench, mate? What are you up to? What you're building? What are your plans? You got your quote ready?
Oh, no, I haven't. Hang on. I thought about that. I thought, I need to get a quote ready as well in advance.
You had one ready last night, didn't you? And you was most upset.
Yeah, because I had a quote ready for somebody and somebody didn't turn up.
Yeah.
Let's find a random quote. Okay, who's in? Sorry.
Jeff is in, our very own Carl Sagan. The model making community's Carl Sagan is in, saying hello.
A mutation in a DNA molecule within a chromosome of a skin cell in my index finger has no influence on heredity. Fingers are not involved, at least directly, in the propagation of the species.
Good
I like that. Fingers are not involved, at least not directly. Yeah, he's talking about Rudy's. Hey, Jeff.
How you doing,
fireworks. Mate? Oh, God. Please don't tell me some chud out there is doing fireworks for the... Oh, God.
Yeah.
Please just leave and go to some other country. Just go. Just leave.
Absolutely.
Please don't be a neighbour of mine. Ugh.
Yeah.
I know, let's spend some money on something that has no influence on my life and is just wasting my own money. Okay, cool.
Bobbin says, why is Foxx full screened? Is he? Oh, he's been full screen for ages.
Sugar. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I did it when I was adjusting my focus. And then
apologies, folks. It's just my monitors are right above my head and I'm just looking at my bench and that, so I didn't realise he was.
Sorry, kids.
Thanks for that,
Sorry,
mate.
kids.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you
but then it is Fox's channel and it is all about him, so you don't need to see what I'm doing, really.
Nonsense. There's enough of that nonsense, thank you.
I know, but I know it makes you annoyed when I say it, so that's why I say it.
No more of this shenanigan conversation.
And also, it is boring watching me just put two bits of a cloak together, so, you know.
No. It's interesting because we need to see how you're going to make it last for 2 hours.
I know, it's a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch.
For me, it is anyway, but...
It's like watching a sea cucumber eat is not interesting, but it's also bizarrely, macabrely fascinating at the same time.
Well, yeah, because you know deep down I want to go and skim through it, but no, I'm being good.
You will not skim. You will be good.
Bobbin says, yeah, there's only so much Foxx we could take in one go. I see what you did there, mate.
I knew a girl like that once. That's what all the girls say. No, it's not really. I'll shut up now.
Cool, yeah, cool. You sounded just like, females.
I keep finding little nubs that I didn't know about.
You're a nub.
Steady now. This whole thing of bend the base so it stays in place, that rhymes, it's not quite as easy as you think.
Yeah.
All right, let's get him glued onto his base. First and foremost. I could be a bit generous with the old the old super glue here.
I'm just looking now, David, to see where I've still got my can. He said, but what primer and paint should I use on a resin kit? I normally use UMP or Zero Paint lacquer primer.
Yeah. Any primer's fine, to be honest. Whatever primer you normally use. Resin's just a slightly different type of plastic, really. It's not really, but I know. But
I've got some of that I can use, or I can use UMP primer. It'll be fine. Yep. Excuse my parpage there. I did bend slightly.
Oh, did you? Do you know what I always love is the fact you admit you've trumped when we don't hear it, but when we do hear it, you're like, "That wasn't me." What? No, I just.
Yeah, that would be an ecumenical matter.
I've lost me.
Yeah, is it a 3D printed resin kit?
Oh, that's a good point. I've lost me drill bit from me super glue bottle. Curses, I say. That's not good.
Oh, there. He says I have green stuff primer. Yeah, that should do it. It's like anything, really. David. Just give the surface a buff with a buffer, just to give it a key.
Yep.
And prime away, mate.
Yep.
I am sure you will be fine. A man of your capability and skills, you'll be fine.
Yeah. The only thing you've got to think about with resin is what you use to glue it, not what you use to paint it, really. So have at it.
Have at it, mate.
Best primer I've ever found is UMP for airbrushing. Best primer for spray canning. I don't know actually, because I tend to pop out and just use the Citadel cans, but they're not really.
Yeah, primer. I mean, Alfred's automotive primer I find a brilliant rattle can primer.
Yeah.
What else? Obviously,
really
red oxide primer is good as well, because I know that because I might have all the cans.
You might have bought 1,000 cans of it by accident.
Well, I bought one can and got sent a case, didn't I?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You didn't actually buy that many. You got that many.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
Well, he's glued onto the base. Ooh, he's like walking along. He looks like something off Abbey Road, doesn't he? He's got like kind of Abbey Road. But I love the fact he's got this big like North Korean action going on, which just looks so stupid.
Kim Jong and his son. Yeah.
I mean, look at him. Look at it. There's his head and there's his hat.
Kevin says, I use Mr. Robbie's Surface Primer, 1,500. Yeah, I've got the 5,000 and the 1,200 Mr. Robbie Surface Primer. But I tend to use them on my shiny shinies, to be honest with you.
Shiny? I do have a soft spot for the Tamiya primers, just purely because they're durable as hell. Yeah. And they're great for metal as well. They're perfect for metal.
David says, I thought it had to be a special primer. No. As long as you've keyed the surface, mate, you'll be fine.
Yeah. It's only glues you have to watch for.
Yeah, I know people that use filler primers on resin models, mate. You know, it's
like when I prime these, what I'm not going to do, because a lot of the uniform on these guys, that's gone into the space. Brilliant, I'll stand on that. A lot of the people, the uniform on these guys is going to be basically Xandri dust. It's like a cream colour. But I'm not going to just use a Xandri dust rattle can because they're metal. Yeah. And the Citadel primers, they're not really primers, they're just lacquer paints, which means they're fairly durable, but metal's a nightmare for having stuff stick to it. Yeah. So I'm going to play safe and get some just Tamiya rattle can first, put that on them first, and then put some Xandri dust over the top. Yeah. Normally I'll satin varnish any Citadel lead belchers or anything like that before I paint anything over them. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because, because you get the surface tension. It goes all weird with like the metallics. But if you ask anybody who's ever played metal minis in on the tabletop, they'll tell you that the paint comes off them with handling so easily. You have to make sure you varnish them and use a good primer. So yes, I will be priming these with some Tammy. I've got about 4 or 5 cans of one of the grey primers, I think. Look how shiny that is when I've just rubbed it with the thing. For that. Oh yeah. If it comes out. Yeah, would you like to rephrase that? I should probably go out and come in again, shouldn't I? Yeah, disclaimer. I rubbed it back and forth and it's gone all tiny. Yeah. Got a little bit smaller and a bit shiny. 15 watching, 11 thumbs up. Come on, peeps, stick your thumb up, Foxy. Sorry for Fox, says Model Maker Dave. I'll take anything in any office. I'm easy. At my time of life, I can't pick and choose. I'm not picky. I'll just take anything. There you go, Marcy. You heard it here first. My time of life with my history. Anything. Yeah, my time of life with my history. Yeah. I'm not picky and choosy. With my reputation. Third Earl of Wyndham. I'm loving this metal. It's just so nice. David says I've done all the sanding. No worries, mate. So there you go. He's done all the sanding. Good man. I'm getting the hang of this now. Going with the heavier sanding first. I was kind of worried that if I couldn't be bothered cooking tonight, says Bobbins. So belly is a big plate of cheese on toast. Good man. Well, that's the same with me. I'll just be having ham sandwiches, but it's like big thick slices of ham and tiger loaf and piccalilli and mustard. Ooh. Oh. Although it's only really the juice in the bottom of the jar of piccalilli now. Most of it's gone. So. Oh no, piccalilli alert. Yeah, I have to get some more. Kevin Stevens says, Belly, cheese roll, beverage, coffee, bench finished of Ocray Stevenson's rocket, 124th today, all wooden metal kit. It looks fantastic, actually. Stunning bit of work, that, Kev. You should be proud of that, mate. Absolutely. Get that in a glass case, mate. Yeah. Don't just leave it sitting around. I should get it in a glass case, show it off. Yeah. That's one that you want to drag around with you, mate, when you've done your sub. Yeah. It's like a museum quality build, that, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah, it is.
You want to show that puppy off. Present it in the best possible way. Best
possible way.
I knew you were going to do that.
Oh,
you knew I was going to do that.
Absolutely. We finish each other's sentences now, which is a bit weird.
Yeah. It looks like this gentleman's big pointy stick is all straight and firm. So I don't need to do any fettling and adjusting with that.
He says that moments after saying, I'll take anything. See what I did there?
Yeah, I'll take anything.com. Okay, gluing that on's quite nice. That's quite good. They actually give you a peg on the arm, on the shoulder, and a hole in the arm, so you can just go pitting. This is going to be easier than I thought.
Oh, look at that. He's happy now. It's going to be easier than he thought.
Well, yeah, this is the first dude, though. Keep in mind, we're 45 minutes in.
We've really doing well.
And keep in mind, this guy has 3 pieces, and I've still not finished cleaning them up yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to, and I've got an entire reinforced platoon to build. So.
Oh right, as many hours of fun then for you.
Yeah, there's at least 20 dudes plus officers and heavy weapons.
Oh, you've got writeups to build as well, have you? Oh dear.
I know, yeah. Well, this is the commissar I'm building now. So now I do have to say. As I said earlier on, I don't know who bought me this. I don't know who sent this to me. I've got no way to know unless they tell me. So if anyone watching this, either now or later on when on the rerun, is the person who got this for me, please let me just say, thank you. I can't thank you enough for sending this to me. You don't have to tell me who you are if you don't want to. That's absolutely fine. I'm fine with that. I'd love to know, just to say thank you to you, but I can't thank you enough. Big, massive thank you. It floored me when I got it, and I hope I do you proud with the paint job. Also, you're crazy, but I love you. But yeah, so if you are watching, thank you very, very much. Reach out and say hello and tell me, and I'll say I want to say thank you. But if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, some people prefer to remain anonymous publicly, but privately, send him a message.
Yeah. I think this person just prefers to say anonymous privately because they've never reached out and said, I sent you that. So thank you very much. And I'll be able to verify who it is because they spelt my name in a particular way on the shipping label. So
yeah.
Well,
see, that's how you know it weren't me, because I never send you anything with your name on it. I normally send it with an insult on it.
Yeah. Well, I always send it to you like Colin H. Wilkinson.
Yeah, with an H. It's like, it's like, that's Foxx.
The funny thing is, whenever anybody asks me for your address, if I've got permission to give it out for any reason, like say Pete Mate or Ted or something, I have to go into my Games Workshop account and look it up. Yeah. It's like, where's Colin's address? Oh, it's in my Games Workshop account. That's right.
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's actually taken me less time to clean up this bolt pistol than it would do a plastic one.
I'm proud of you, soldier.
And it looks so super shiny. I love the way like modern Warhammer is like everything's precise and crisp and beautifully like sculpted and everything. On these old ones, because it was literally some bloke making it out of putty and green stuff and stuff before they moulded it. There's no CAD involved. The details are so like
blurred,
lumpy, and like the skulls on the side, every single one's different, and they're all just kind of random shapes and sizes. Like it's just
is the detail in 480p?
Yeah, kind of. There's a bit of image processing going on, I think, when you see these all painted up.
Jeff says, still no claim for the expensive mystery package gift. Wow, someone spent a bundle buying and shipping those. They certainly did, mate.
Yeah. Well, not shipping because it was from Games Workshop. Yeah, I guess they got
It made a man very happy, and it.
Oh yeah, it was. I don't understand. Now, I'm going to try drilling a barrel. Drill out
your barrel.
No, I've got a bit of a confession to make, and this is me saying I'm a dumbass. Oh. I've had many of these over the years. I think it was PJ that this is the one that PJ suggested. This set.
Oh yeah, microbox. I've got loads of them.
Yeah. I realised I got loads when I received them. But I've had many of these over the years. And I've always been frustrated by them, how to get them open.
You slide it.
Yeah, you do that. But whenever I get them, they never had instruction how to do it.
You
They
don't
never said
need
anywhere.
it.
Well, no. So I spent years trying to open them up like this.
Yeah, but
It
you
was only
don't,
like last year. Well, I know that now.
you don't need
I know that.
instructions. It's obvious.
Well, no, it's not, though, because I spent years trying to open them up with a hinge. And then I realised I slide them.
You really don't get out a lot, do you?
Well, and when you try and slide them, they don't actually slide very easily. So it's like I thought it was a slide, and it's like, no, it's not moving. Okay. So I ended up with big piles of drill bits from different boxes because I could never get them open.
See what I'm up against, folks.
Told you.
You are the only bloke I know who could have a 2-part diorama and still glue it together wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. They're always, it's like getting it to slide. It's like it just doesn't want to move. So for a long time, I was like, how are you supposed to open these things? Because like I can't get it open. It's not. They need to revise their design somewhat. I'm going to write a letter to Points of View, I think. Now, what size do I want?
Dear. This is what we commonly know as the Foxx effect.
See, look, I'm trying to slide it, and it's like, it's hard work. They're making me do manual labour. It's not acceptable.
Unbelievable.
It's not acceptable. Manual labour in this day and age.
Never met the
My
bloke.
reputation.
Apparently he's quite nice, manual labour. So what did?
I was waiting for that. I have to say, I was actually physically waiting for that with every organ.
Peter Davies laughing out loud at your incompetence. Yeah.
Well, hey, Peter, I can't help having never seen these before and having never been told how to open it. Especially when you try and slide it open and it doesn't move. Because you've got to have the strength of a navvy to move it. This is actually too big for the drill bit. That's not great.
God. Oh, don't ever change, Fox. Don't ever change.
I can't help it. If you turn a nut one way and it doesn't move, you assume you have to turn it the other way.
Yeah, righty tighty, lefty loosey, mate.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just trying to think of an example.
Unless it's got a line scribed in it, because then that means it's a left-hand thread.
Yeah, and sometimes it's been installed by a chud and they put it the wrong way around. Right, let me see if I can get my other pin vise.
Oh, dear. He's a legend, folks. This is what makes him so endearing, is his complete and utter lack of understanding of anything mechanical. It's brilliant. It's so funny.
Yeah. I've just gone and got my other pin vise out and just remembered I've actually got the other pin vise bits here that I don't need to get the other pin vise out.
Dear oh Lord.
Right, there we go. Take this one out.
Oh yeah, big old mould line right down the middle of that.
Right down the middle. Down the middle of that.
I might get my... where's it gone? There it is.
Talking about my mould line. Right, I'm going to try drilling out a metal barrel now and see what happens. It's probably going to fail miserably. Metal barrels, get them here. Because if I don't get it in the centre, I've got no idea how to try and carve it out in the centre. So
yeah, let's get out my extendable lenses just
ooh,
so
hello,
that,
steady now.
because it saves me having to get my big magnifier down because. Yeah. So let's drop them ones. Oh yeah, tell me about it, mate. It's a pain in his bum.
Bum pain. I've got bum worms. You won't get that joke. You're too cold-hearted and dead inside to watch Bluey.
Absolutely, mate. Told you, motionless husk. You wouldn't have it.
Emotionless husk. Drilling. Please be in the middle, cause I'm screwed if you're not. That did virtually nothing. Cool. I've made a dimple. Awesome.
Let's get the grade A magnifiers on.
You're a grade A magnifier.
There you go.
There we go. Now it's biting in. That's... it kind of works a little bit. Are you sticking your tongue out, Col?
I am.
I know, because you've gone quiet.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. Colin's doing his deep thinkings.
I am. It's because I've got my scalpel blade out, see, Fox.
Nope. No, stop talking then. You'll cut somebody's face off.
Oh, I get him every time off air because I use a scalpel blade to clean under my fingernails, and it sends you round the bend. It gives me the
collywobbles. Yeah. Ooh, I can confirm. This is awesome. That if you don't get the barrel, the drill hole. I'll start again. If you don't drill the hole right in exactly the centre, you can actually tweak it a little bit with a knife blade like you do in plastic.
Oh, right.
The only thing I can't do is take the glue in there and smooth it all out. So it'll still look a bit rough. Ooh. It's not perfect, but it kind of works. It's difficult to tell because it's all super shiny. I'm just going to have to be really careful and try and get the holes in the barrels in the middle as much as I can.
Get the holes in the barrels.
In the barrels. That is a mildly huge success.
MP Model Plastic is in, says, good evening, greetings, everyone. Hello, MP. How you doing, mate?
Good evening, MP. Welcome, my friend.
Nice to see you in, mate.
Welcome. Yes. Always nice to see people in.
Absolutely.
God, why do you have to make these so tight and stiff? I can't...
He ain't stopped moaning, has he? He is a proper wibble fest tonight.
Why can't they just give you a hinge? I don't know. It's just nonsense.
None of these tools do it well. I want them to.
Why can't they just do it correctly? If it was German, it would just be correct.
This 3-piece kit is so difficult.
No, kit's fine. It's the drill bit nonsense that's vexing me.
This is the mocularity beginning now, folks.
Through. I have to say, drilling metal barrels is not that bad.
I did tell you.
There's just no way. There's no way to smooth them out or clean them up. I can't get like let's say normally you get a bit of glue.
Use an airbrush reamer.
Ooh. Let me find it. Where is it?
That'll do it.
You mean one of these little doohickeys? These things?
Yeah. Just use airbrush reamer, mate, and just give it a bit of that. You know, the old.
Oh yeah.
As if you're stirring something, mate.
I'm always stirring something, dude. You know.
And it'll just. Yeah, it'll just remove any burrs, mate.
Raymond Burr.
Yeah. Say top tip from Festa there. See, there you go, folks. You can have that one for free, mate. He'll put a video out tomorrow, and it'll be the technique I use for cleaning out these barrels that I devised many years ago is using an airbrush reamer.
That I learned when I was in the Himalayas, learning from the Great Alpaca.
As a young man whilst scaling the side of Mount Everest.
Yes, right. Ow, stabbed myself with the reamer. Always a winner.
Oh, my work is done.
This is the worst.
Yeah. Spruggler's laughing. Absolutely.
I'm going to end up with I'm going to go to bed and find I've got like 3 billion little shivs of metal in my skin, aren't I?
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Yes. Right, before I glue these together, I'm going to step away for one moment.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Literally a couple of minutes. I shall return.
Sprue and Glue is asking where Jar Jar is these days. I don't know, mate. I haven't seen Jar Jar for a while. I think Jar Jar is in the corner of his bench somewhere, mate. It's there or thereabouts. It's never too far away. He says it is, but deep down I think he is a closet Jar Jar fan because he's got Jar Jar slippers, so, you know. He's got a Jar Jar onesie with the ears intact, so, yeah. Them on there. Funniest episode ever tonight, he says. Yeah, it's... yeah, we do kind of mock each other mercilessly, mate, but that's what the viewers seem to enjoy, is us two doing our Statler and Waldorf bit and mocking each other and nitpicking at each other. It keeps us both level pegged, is that the word? Level, you know, on a level footing. Because, yeah. And not only that, I like mocking Fox and he loves mocking me, so why not? Because it's like anything, you'll sit there and you'll go, oh yeah, this is a great idea, and then you go and do something completely and utterly stupid, and it's like, yeah, that worked, didn't it? So, there you go, tidy up any remaining things. MP saying hello to Kevin. Kevin is saying hello to Peter. Hello, mate, how you doing? Let's have a scroll up and see what we're doing. Don't tell Fox that I've scrolled up, by the way, because, yeah, that's David on about his resin kit. Jeff says, proper metal minis, just like the kind I used to chew on. Ah, the brain-addled memories. Yeah, I used to do the white metal and resin motorcycles yonks ago, and yeah. Peter says, yeah, that's what friends are for. Absolutely, mate. We don't take ourselves or life very seriously, mate. We kind of just like to chill down and have a giggle. So that's what we do, mate. Yeah. I tried being serious once and it didn't go well for me, so I stopped. Yeah. There you go, he's got an arm. He's got an arm. Bit of harmless fun. See what I did? I'm going to stop there. Yeah. I can't believe that I've only put 4 bits together. I'm doing really well here.
Wait, what?
Hey, what? Hey.
4 bits?
4 bits, yeah, not 3 bits. 4 bits.
How have you even been able to do this? I need to explain. I need to explain this in words.
I know, it's scary, isn't it, mate?
How is it even a thing that has happened?
Yeah, Dave's just sitting there going, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I can't believe it's not butter. What?
Yeah.
I've got those 2 drill bits I will keep specially special. There.
Absolutely, mate.
Oh, hello.
Oh, look at you.
I may have accidentally eaten a piece of ham when I was downstairs making my Wolfer brew.
Ah, so you've wolfed down a bit of ham and yeah.
Wolf by name, wolf by nature.
See what we did there. Check your super chat.
Candyman from Mongo, $5. Yay! Fox, hello, plus knife equals blood.
Absolutely.
Jeff, thank you. Thank you very much for your super chats. The universe is made of super chats and they make my universe much better.
Yeah.
Don't know what that meant. Consider again that dot. Big hugs to you.
Absolutely.
Jeff, thank you. Now, I'm going to be brave.
You go careful.
I'm going to use the Games Workshop way of supergluing crap together.
Oh, right.
Which basically comes from about 1984, 1985, which is basically just to go with the super glue with the bottle on the bit, and just slap it all together. So I'm going to try that now and see what happens.
Yeah, go for it.
What can possibly go wrong? Rather than farting about with super glue on a palette and a bit of,
Ain't you got none of the super glue tips?
Yeah, but that's for me thin super glue, unfortunately.
Oh, you're using thick stuff, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah. I am thick stuff. I'm made of thick stuff.
Absolutely.
I haven't got grain chill in my head. Bit of kicker in the crack. Kicker in the crack, that sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You watch in about a month, all these bits will fall off, and I'll be like, oh, sadness.
Shouldn't do.
Shouldn't do, but then we're talking about me, remember? I'm just amazed I haven't glued anything to myself yet.
Hey, I'm not saying anything because I have a well-known reputation and ability with super glue, which is the ability to glue myself to everything.
Exactly.
And nothing to the model.
I don't even know if his arm's supposed to be like that with the sword, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But I've got no way to know what it looks like because it's not even on the box art, so... That's the way it looks to me.
Exactly.
Bit of a gap down the back of his arm there, but I can green stuff that if I need to. A little tiny bit of green stuff. Look at me doing filling on figures and everything.
I know, you go careful.
No. I shall put some more CA glue on his base just to make sure he's locked in there nicely. And then that'll get covered in something. Anyway. I can always go in and... I mean, I'll be putting texture stuff over the slotter bases anyway, so... So there, folks, we have my first ever metal miniature.
Yeah.
God bless her and all who sail in her.
Yeah. Do you know, I'd frame that.
Being classic 1990s Games Workshop is in a completely pointless, awful pose, but there you go.
Yeah, proud of you, soldier.
I'm quite pleased with that. And it took me, what, hour?
And how many you got to do? 150?
This guy plus 20 troops plus 3 heavy weapons, or is it 6 heavy weapons, plus another guy and a sergeant, and these are hundreds of them. Basically,
that's a year's streaming.
Yeah, everybody in the world. Well, fortunately, I've managed to put so much glue on the bottom that it sticks up too much.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll have to trim that back again now. Oh, I made a bit of a mess of that. Super glue. Oh, I snapped my drill bit.
Oh, what you like?
It's an old one that I just used to clear the CA tube thing. I'm going to have to let me carve all that CA glue back because it sticks out below the bottom of the base. Don't.
Steve is in, says good evening all. Good evening, Steve. Hope you're doing
Hello,
all right,
Steve.
mate. Lovely to see
Welcome,
you in,
welcome.
pal.
Yep, thank you for coming along. Let's get the knife. What can possibly go wrong?
Oh, it's nice to see Steve.
Yep.
He's over there. I've been looking for that. There you go.
So I've learnt a lesson.
You've learnt a lesson.
Yeah, don't have the super glue and the metal bit sticking out below the bottom of the base because then it won't work properly like a base. Hey, buy a cup and say they were £8 grand.
It's the simplest of things. Paul D. Tomato is in saying good afternoon all. Hello, Paul. How
Hello,
you doing?
Paul. Big
Love
hugs
to
to you,
you
my
as well.
friend. Yep. May she sail well, says Peter Davey.
Absolutely.
Jeff has been a member for 23 months. Wow, 2 years coming up. Woo.
Yeah.
Some animals don't even live that long. I've never done a slaughter base before, so I've learned that now. Why have I got the Grange Hill music in my head?
The what?
Grange Hill music. I don't even like Grange Hill.
I honestly don't know. That is quite a worrying thing. Yeah, it's an earworm,
Yeah.
folks. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Gripper Stepson. What a character.
Ruby Stepson, yeah. Roland.
John Alec, Scale Modelling is in. Absolutely. Hello, mate. How you
Hello,
doing?
John. Hello to you, my friend. I need a bigger file.
You're made of files.
I've got these little files, but I need a big, wider one. See, I'm enjoying this because I'm learning things as I'm going along, you see.
Oh, no, I'm so proud of you, mate, with your new multifaceted skill learning set. It's
My new knowings. I don't mind making a little mess of this figure. I may have messed up the base a little bit, but that's fine because it's all learning, you see.
Oh, excuse me. There you go.
Steady nose.
What have we got there? Yeah, we've got a bit of him.
Don't forget John Alex and everybody else who's just recently come in, bench and belly. What's on your bench? And
What's
have
in
you
your
had
belly?
or having for your dinner?
Yeah. We need to know all the things. It's no good saying pizza or salad. We need to know all of the ingredients. Every bit of it. Because we're sad and we need to know these things.
We live vicariously in your kitchens.
I don't venture into any kitchens because that could be
you're not allowed.
That could be punishment.
Yeah, you're not allowed. You live in your mind in many kitchens.
Yeah.
When you used to be allowed in the kitchen and made food,
Yeah.
what was your favourite food to make, or what was your speciality piece?
Fish finger sandwiches.
Ooh, such cuisine.
Because I am a student food buff. Fish finger sandwiches, but it would be 4 fish fingers.
Yeah.
Going that way.
That would seem like a,
Then you would have
a good amount.
a line of chips.
Ooh,
Then you'd have
chips as
another
well.
another 4 fish fingers and another row of chips, like a brick wall, all intertwined. And then you get the big old brown sauce out, and
Oh, this is extreme fish finger sandwich.
yeah. None of this namby-pamby couple of fish fingers. It was a proper packet of them in there. It's like, No, I've never been a culinary expert at cooking because I've never been allowed to stay in the kitchen long enough.
Yeah, we all know why.
So I've not I've not got that skill set of, being able to do exotic cooking even.
Yeah.
It's student food is my mentality. It's what's that in the cupboard? It's a tin. Okay, do the contents now need to be removed? Because I asked myself that question after Frey Bentersgate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then it's like, what can I...
There were many questions after Frey Bentersgate.
Yeah, what can I add to it? And it's, proper student. It's like I was saying to you the other night when the sausage and the beans and sausages and the ravioli. It's like,
Yep.
Ravioli.
Just a tin of whatever it is. Just open the tin and eat it. Do it.
Yeah, you was mightily impressed. I just sat there, cold sausages and beans and a fork.
Yeah.
It was like,
Did you? Yeah, but you've really got a craving for a tin of Heinz ravioli now, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
You have. I bet you've not sated that, have you, yet?
Not yet. I've spotted a tin, though.
Oh!
Yeah, there's a tin in there, mate. It's got my name all over it, mate.
I don't have any, and I have sadness.
Yeah, it's like, I spied it. I rifled that cupboard, mate.
Oh, you went... Have you checked the date on it? It could be years. If it was at the back of the cupboard, it could be like from 1985 or something.
Kevin says Fox. No, he doesn't. He says Colin even. You need to sell Fox your display grinder. It would be helpful for health and safety. Yeah, he'd love that, wouldn't he? You would love my little tool. That sounded so very wrong.
Yes. So there we go. My first ever metal miniature.
Apologies, folks.
Now with slightly corrected base.
Yeah, you should have one of these, mate. Let's open it up. Yeah, it's only a box, Cole. See, with your grinding bits. Look at that. Yeah, look at all of those grindy bits.
Ooh.
And it's a USB grinding
Is it
tool.
a tiny drill?
Yeah, it's basically a grinder. Burrs, look, you've got all your burring tools.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be perfect for your white metal minis, mate, because you can get in and go,
ooh.
And it's display, mate. It's.
See, I've got my little handheld £40 yellow Dremel thing that's got no variable speed.
Yeah, it's got variable speed. Just keep pushing the button and it will go up in different increments.
Yeah. I've got like a billion different things like the bits you've got on the end. They're like the burring tools, but sadly, not really got this. Oh, my super glue seems to fill the gap quite nicely. Yeah. Awesome.
There you go, Kev. Was you impressed with my little advertisement there for display? You was, Kev, weren't you? I should get a job on QVC. You know you want it.
No, they only sell crap on QVC.
Yeah.
If you want like an underwater cigarette lighter,
I'll be there all salesman going, look, Fox, display. Look at my display. Ooh.
Well, if you were true QVC, you'd have to be able to talk about it for at least 45 minutes.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, mate.
No.
I mean, baby steps, mate. I'm slowly building a model, mate. Come on. It's baby steps for me, mate. This is all new. You are trying to build unfettered territory, mate.
You are trying to build with slowness, and it is most impressive. And I'm also knocking the camera. Hey!
Yay! Don't ever change.
I've now got to write the word commissar in this base in white paint, really smallly, and there's no space, so I know when I pick it up with this commissar. I like to if I've got like two squads, I always mark them like 1 and 2, so I know which dude comes from which squad and things like that.
Oh right. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll forget.
I just normally write stuff on a bit of Tamiya tape and stick it upside down underneath the base.
It's just so I remember what that guy is. Yeah. I built one dude.
Best character in Sesame Street count? 1.
Right, let's see if we've got another one that's just one dude.
I used to work with a bloke that really did look like Count off of Sesame Street.
Oh, yeah.
Every time he walked in, you could hear people going, it must have drove him nuts over the years.
He must have hated it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Squishy alert, squishy alert, squishy alert. Edward Leonard is in, folks. He says, evening, ladies. How you doing? We're fine, evening. Edward. We've been sitting here killing time till you got in, mate.
Yep, absolutely.
So, yeah, hopefully you're all right, Edward, by the way.
Yeah, big hugs to you, Edward. Now, Colin.
What?
You know how you're learning to stretch a mini out for like 2 hours.
I wondered what you were going to say.
Steady now. Steady now. You know you're learning. I've got one that I don't think even you could stretch out for 2 hours.
Good. Oh, really?
That's all the parts. And the base.
Yeah, mould lines, mate.
Yeah,
mate, I'd have the Display deburring tool out there. Conveniently,
That's true.
Get your burring tool here, Display. Your burring tool needs.
Yeah, you would actually do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got another barrel I can drill out. Ooh, I like drilling out barrels now. You watch.
Streel
out. Yeah, I'm really, really, really hungry. Now, I'm dead proud I built my first ever metal mini.
Happy days.
I'm brimming with pride and stuff. Pridage.
I am proud of you, mate. I really am. I know I mock you, but inside I am proud of you.
But inside you're just mocking me just as much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss a mock Foxx opportunity, mate.
No.
You would think I was ill for a start.
What's worse, Foxx or a mock Foxx? What's the worst? Which is the worst of those two? I'm just
the fault of Foxx on Red Bull in full-blown hyperactive mode, that's my biggest fear. You on some kind of energy drink or stimulus, because I can imagine that would be really funny to see.
No, it's really funny to see if you get me on vodka or Red Bull, because then I'm both tripped up and doped out and I end up in hospital.
Oh, really?
That's happened.
Things you shouldn't have told me.
I've told you that before. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
And it was in Tenerife or Gran Canaria or somewhere, wherever it was.
Yeah.
And every bar you went in gave you a free peach schnapps.
Oh,
and I was drinking
nice,
vodka Red Bull.
Yeah.
So by the end of the night, I was absolutely brain dead.
Yeah, back in the days I used to drink, it was Jack Daniels, neat, and a Sambuca chaser.
Oh, yeah.
Sambuca. Oh, I used to love a bit of Sambuca.
Is that the one that's got the kind of licoricey taste to it, the aniseedy taste?
No, that's Pernod.
Pernod.
That's
Pernod. Not anywhere in the middle.
Sambuca is clear. Well, slightly foggy. Depends. But yeah, I got absolutely bladdered once on peach schnapps.
Oof, it's nice but harsh.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, oh, what's this bottle of stuff in here? I'll have a looky look at that. Oh, yeah, I sat there with it. Oh, was that out of my tree, mate?
I don't know what this is. I shall put it into my body.
Absolutely. It was, I'll have a sip of that. And it was glug, 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 glug. Oh, instant regret.
Oh, yeah. Regret. The best drink you'll ever drink. Also,
can always remember my brother. And he was never a big drinker anyway. And he's like me now. He's teetotal. And we got him absolutely minging, mate. We was petrified of his then wife's reaction. So what we done is we leant him against his front door. We run the bell and just run off and left him there. And all I can remember seeing was the door open and he'd just go into the hallway. It was like,
dragged in like he's gone into a black hole.
Yeah, and I can just imagine the rollicking he got off of his wife back then. Yeah. Paul D. Tommaso says Dawn used to do shots of Sambuca. Yeah. It's nice, mate, isn't it?
I think I've had it, I just don't remember it.
Yeah. There you go. That's how you get
I made a bit of a mess of that barrel.
Mess up your barrel. Mess up your barrels of fun. I'll
barrel
stop.
Did not quite go as according to plan.
Not according to plan at my age.
No, not at all, I'm afraid. It's not really easy to correct an incorrectly placed barrel drill.
What's that, white metal? You got any filler?
Ow, stabbing myself.
Fill it back up and re-drill it.
Yeah.
Super glue and talcum powder, anything like that. Fill it up, let it go off and then re-drill it. Well, have you got any baking soda?
Nope.
Got any green stuff?
I do.
There you go. Well, fill it up with green stuff and re-drill it with a slightly smaller drill bit in the centre. Bob's your uncle.
That's the trick is getting in the centre. That's the tricky bit. That's where I'm failing miserably.
Yeah, that's where I use a reamer. I use an airbrush reamer, an old one, and when I've got the gun barrel, I literally get the gun barrel, get me reamer centrally, I just put a little ding in it, mate. And then when you put your drill bit in, yeah.
That's what I did with my knife blade, but it wasn't exactly in the centre. So my little
bone.
It looked like it was in the centre, but it wasn't. So.
Yeah, he was having trouble with your tip, weren't you, dear?
Just steady now. You leave my tip alone.
You should know us two. We do lower the tone instantly.
We set ourselves very low standards, which we always fail to achieve.
Absolutely, mate.
See, my other option would be if I had any really thin polystyrene tubes.
Yeah.
I could just file away the actual barrel of that completely and just stick a little plastic O shape on there to be like the barrel, but I don't have anything.
Edward Leonard's got a belly, pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, pizza, barbecued pulled pork, barbecued beef brisket, macaroni and cheese coleslaw with hush puppies, fried Twinkie, and bench is nothing.
Wait, fried Twinkie? What? Yeah. That whole meal just sounds so bizarre. I need to put it in my face. What?
Yeah,
I don't understand any of the.
That's a proper plate of cholesterol there, isn't it? Get in,
I don't understand. I don't understand how any of that actually works.
Hey, mate, I'm just impressed, mate. Road trip to Edwards now, mate.
Absolutely. I think I've managed to recover it. I think maybe a little bit.
I'm proud of you, mate.
Well, maybe not. It'll depend what it looks like when. Oh, might get away with it. It's only because it's shiny metal. I can't quite see, but I think once it's got like wash on it and it's got primer and paint on it, and it's got a wash.
Ah, that's where it goes. See, I knew there was somewhere it went. It's because it's got a dip in there.
Yeah, if I hold it up to the light where it's not shiny, it's kind of, I've managed to carve it out centred. Yeah. It's not even on camera. Carve it out centred. So once it's got some dark wash in there, you won't see all the scruffy bits. I'm happy with that now. There we go.
Nice choice there, Paul. He says, Dawn and me, he says, are having Aberdeen Angus burgers for dinner. Good choice.
Aberdeen Angus.
I love Aberdeen Angus bangers, mate. And
it's my favourite Angus.
Or burgers, he says. I primed me trumpeter assault rifle kit earlier. Good man.
Aberdeen Angus is the best Angus.
Oh, yeah. It's dogs, mate.
Yep.
Really is, mate.
Although if it was 2006 and Sainsbury's, it'd be horses, but not dogs. But yeah, you see what I did there. You see what I did there?
I did. Horses for courses and all of that. You're good, you are.
Most impressed, weren't you?
That's why you're a guru, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, this guy's had a bit of mould slippage, so there's a bit of a...
You're made of slippage.
Bit of unevenness to him, so I need to make sure I clean that.
You're made of all the slippage.
Ooh.
It's you, some of him,
slippage, yeah. What are you doing?
I just put his thing on his shoulder, a skull of skullness.
Would that be his shoulder thing?
Yeah, that. Have you a bit of him?
Oh, yeah. Now, let's see how long that actually stays on for, because I've had those on different dudes before, and then they break off after about a minute.
You're going to be devastated now if that stays on there. He says, brother-in-law, says Edward Leonard, had a grand opening of his new building for his business. He had 5 gourmet food trucks there. Oh, mate, we'd have emptied them bad boys, Edward, wouldn't we, mate?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you have a proper pig out, says you did, didn't you?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, did you have a barbecue sauce goatee, mate? Because we all ended up one of them. When I was in America, I went to one of the barbecue evening things, you know, where it was the proper, you know, a rack of a moose type thing on this open fire thing.
Yeah.
Like
an animal on a barbecue.
Yeah, and all the sauces and that. And I was clean shaven back at the time, but literally after chowing down on that lot, I had that barbecue line around me gob, mate. You know, it was proper, proper chow down stuff, mate. Such a great night that was. It was really, really brilliant. Fond memories of that.
I am really, really hungry for meat now.
Hey, mate, if you're hungry for meat, then we're on the wrong channel.
Wait,
Steady
The only thing is that when I do these like late night streams, the only place that's open for takeaway food once we finish is like a really crap burger place.
Yeah, we got the Greasy Spoon Burger place with the two Cypriot guys. Yeah, we got one of them.
Oh, actually, no, my local Canadian charcoal grill is open. Ooh,
but they do deliver. I give them that. You know, so it's like
the local Canadian grill's open. They're quite nice, actually.
Oh, you want that now, don't you? By all means, you can blame me for that. I don't mind. I'll accept full responsibility for my actions.
I won't blame you, but my coronary system, my arteries and things would.
Happy days. There you go.
This is fascinating. It's fascinating looking at how these are made and trying to figure out what's on these models. And I won't really know until I've got primer on them because it's just hard to see some of the details because it's all shiny.
Shiny, happy model.
La, 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 la. North Carolina has some great barbecue, says Edward.
Yeah.
Basically, America has some great barbecue.
Oh, yeah, American hospitality. You cannot beat it, mate. You really can't. Their customer service out there, I think, is phenomenal.
Second to none.
Yeah.
When I started working for 9X way back in 1995...
Yeah.
They'd just come to the UK, so all part of our training was teaching us like the American way for customer services. Because we didn't really have any established customer service type industry in this country at that point. We had customer service departments, but we didn't, and it was like, we're an American company, we're going to teach you how we do customer service because your country's customer service is crap.
It is. It really is embarrassing, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're like, we're going to show you how to do it properly. But excuse me, and they did. Ham, and they did.
Yeah, friend of mine works at Apple Store, and he said it's instilled into them, and over here, you go to get something. Well, what do you want? It's like, well, I want to pay for this. All right then. It really is an effort for them to do anything. Not all of them, don't get me wrong. Not everyone in retail in the UK is like it, but
no.
And it's the same with restaurant staff, isn't it?
In the UK, you go from the customer.
Yeah, in the UK, you go from one extreme to the other. You can either have super happy hypo waiter, or you can have the one that has got the storm cloud over their head of doom and gloom. And I hate being a waiter. Oh, I hate this job. Oh, suppose you want that now, do you?
I'll get you that.
So, you never get that happy medium. Whereas in America, whenever I've been there, you've always come out having had a positive customer experience, and I find that intriguing. I can observe it when I'm out there at how good they are at that sort of thing, and it is an eye opener. It really is. Our trainer
at the time said, I'll let you into a secret. The reason that America has such great customer service generally, antidepressants.
Yeah.
He said, everybody's on them. Everybody's like mellow.
Absolutely. Steve says, oh, well, guys, bed's calling. Busy day tomorrow. Family all coming round, chatting, wop feeding. Happy days, mate. Yeah, I mean...
Take care, Steve.
I'll do another half hour and then I shall call it because that'll be 2 hours for me. But you can carry on, geez.
No, we're only going to go for 2 hours.
But
it's a 2-hour show typically, so we'll go till 11. It is our way.
Yeah, you're not going to miss much, mate. Look, dude, I have still got, and you're going to be so proud of me. Look at all the bits I've still got on the sprue.
I just don't understand,
Dave.
I don't understand.
Dave's probably asleep actually because he got blanket out earlier. But
did he? Oh, really? Oh,
I've still got bits on me sprue, Dave. I'm clearly ill.
I think you've been infoxinated.
That sounds so very, very wrong.
Not in that way. Ew.
Yeah. No, it's just nice to chillax and relax, isn't it? And it's
I tell you what, my hands smell of this wonderful metal smell on my hands. It smells like I've been handling coins all day. It's just great.
Yeah.
I've not had this smell on my hands since I was. Last time I had this was like when I was a kid and I used to go through my pocket money stash, my coin stains.
Yeah. Have you washed the kit?
No, I'll wash them before I paint them.
Yeah.
Give them a good clean. I mean, I could do it before I did that, but there's so many loose bits and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's easier to do it once it's assembled, mate. But
I mean, the super glue will be fine.
Yeah, just in case there is any release agent. But normally they're cast in sand, aren't they? Then
I don't know. I don't know how they do these.
Yeah,
but yes, they'll definitely be given
that's their mould poured, but
probably rotor casted, I think.
Yeah, rotor cast. That's it. Centrifugal force.
Yeah, well, I assume they just. I don't know how they do.
Yeah, I would have thought. Yeah,
because it's hot metal, so you can't do rotor casting.
Yeah, Edward Leonard says, "Stay away from the Foxx fluids, Festa." Yes, Edward. Believe you me, mate. I think I dodged a bullet there, mate. Didn't you?
He's got his own fluids. He doesn't need my fluids.
Yeah, Festa's fluids. Yeah, look out for the Festa's fluids range. Come to a store.
Look out for Festa fluids. Available now in store. For money. Yeah, so I'll get, once they're all assembled, I'll give them a wash in some nice soapy water. It shouldn't affect the super glue. And if it does, I'll just glue them back together again. So.
Yeah.
Apart from this guy, because he's got no parts.
Go and use some of that. Everyone's saying the night to Steve because he's off to bed. No worries, mate. Right. You take care. Thanks for coming in, mate. Always nice to see you. Yeah. Always nice to see you.
Yeah, I love you. I love you.
Yeah. Oh, that's his head.
Ooh, cough. I always get this cough when I'm at this bench.
Is it me, or is it a very humid night? Because it's muggy and buggery, isn't it?
I don't know, actually. It's not. I've got my shorts on.
I've got me shorts on. I've got my window open, my fan going, but it is proper close.
I don't think I'm.
Yeah,
I don't think I am here, but. Obviously, we're not like neighbours. We're not right next door to each other, so.
Almost pre-storm weather. You know, you get that clamminess before you get a thunderstorm.
You just know there's a thunderstorm coming.
Yeah, it's like that. I found out why our RAF base has been so busy the last month.
Oh yeah.
Anyone that may have watched the coronation, my missus says to me, "Oh," she said, "I found out something on Sky News today why Odeon's been so busy." I went, "Why is that?" She said, "Because they laid out the entire runway with a life-size replica of the Mall so that they could do all the rehearsals for it." I went, "Oh.
Interesting."
So that explains why so much racket was going on then. Yeah. I said, "You do realise you've just admitted to watching the coronation?" She said, "I immediately turned it over after that factoid."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that factoid was 3 hours in.
No, she was about 15, 20 minutes in, so,
Yeah.
I said, "Why was you watching it?" She said, "I was just curious." I said, "Yeah." She said, and then it all got a little bit overly done. She said, so I just switched it off.
Yeah. It then got a bit overly done. What do you mean? Not right from the start.
Yeah, I think she was just interested in some of the hoity-toity people that were there that have previously given the old "we don't do the royal thing," you know what I mean? And it's surprising how many people were around when alternative comedy hit that were like, "Oh yes, the royal family is so antiquated," and there they are. Glad ragging it, and I'm like, that's a bit, it's a bit hypocritical, that, isn't it?
Yep. Probably just because they're all suddenly old and they've mellowed.
Yeah.
And they're also being probably...
Could you imagine if us two had been invited to that, how we would have... Yeah.
I would have been bored.
Yeah, it would have been quite difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So that
goes... been arrested.
Oh, yeah, I definitely think that some form of arrest warrant would have been issued, mate.
Not my king. Arrest.
Yeah, apparently there was a lot of that going on.
Yep.
Oh, I
discovered I had a round file, and it's coming in most handy for these barrels.
We have options for which Ed he's got. I don't do options.
You need options. You see, you got you know you're knackered, don't you?
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, can you do that?
Yeah, can't have options, so that'll be a spare canister for him.
Oh no, go to the wrist.
Yeah, that hat looks a bit like a gentleman's sausage, and yeah.
Yeah, well. The good thing about that figure is that the majority of it is just metallic, so like lead belcher and golds and bronzes.
Yeah, I've got the artwork on the front there, mate, that shows golds and bronzes.
So it's mostly it's actually not a bad paint job because most of it's just that, and then you've got the cloak outfit, which is just reds. It's quite not too bad to paint, so it's an easier paint job than it looks. Although I did mine green for some reason, I don't quite know why.
Yeah, didn't want that head anyway. Stuck to my foot though, so that's handy, Harry.
You'll find it on your foot.
Yeah, it was. It was stuck to the sole of my foot, mate.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah, go.
This guy's got a mould line right down the middle of his like goggles, and it's like, oh, I can't get into it without damaging the frame.
Yeah, there you go.
That's annoying. I may have to cut a little piece of plastic cord to fit over it to look like smooth, so it's like glass. That's an option, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's like a little recessed lenses on his goggles, but I can't quite get the knife in there without damaging the...
Jeff says, way back
frame.
when I poured a few metal minis using a spin caster. There you go. That's what I was trying to think of. With vulcanised rubber moulds. A company named Heritage went out of business and a friend bought a few of their assets. Do you know, Jeff, if you've still got that, mate, you could end up doing a few nice little garage builds there, mate, and earning yourself a couple of quid, geez.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of people are after that ye oldie stuff that's no longer around.
Yeah. I mean, the reason that metal miniatures was a thing in the 80s is because it was massively cheaper than plastic manufacture.
Oh yeah,
and it was a lot more detailed as well than plastic manufacture. But then as prices, came down and stuff, you started getting plastic miniatures instead.
Yeah.
This is quite tricky. Quite the tricky little devil, this one. Ooh. And they've all got goggles, which makes this, if they've all got a mould line right down the middle of the goggles, that's going to be challenging.
Yeah. Get your goggles here, folks. Free for £1.
Free for £1. How many for £1?
Free
for £1.
Happy days. Yeah, not one for £1, not two for £1, but free.
And not free, but free. Number free, not the word free.
No, free. With F.
It's free for £1. We're not giving away free, You don't get free for £1. You get free for £1.
Yeah.
Stupid boy.
Yeah. Stupid boy. You boy.
Okay, I might have cleaned up his lenses a bit, but they're not exactly smooth as. But I might get away
Are
with
they
it.
better than what you first had?
Well, they haven't got a big mould line down the middle of them. But I'm trying desperately not to. It's like I'm trying desperately not to knacker the little frame of the detail frame.
Yeah.
Because they've got like a little frame and then the lens has the big mould line on it. So it's the tricky bit is trying to clean them out without getting rid of the frame. I think it'll suffice once I've painted them. It looks a bit scruffy, but I think people expect and understand on metal miniatures that they're not, they're not exactly flawless.
Da, 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 da.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
I don't know.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I should have realised. Yeah.
What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea.
No.
What do you call a fish with no ears?
Whatever you like, 'cause I ain't going to hear you.
Fish. Don't have ears.
Don't know.
tricky, this one.
There you go.
IPO would probably be best for cleaning your white metal kits before painting. That's a good idea, actually.
It's a good shout.
Yeah.
No, Kev would know.
Kevin. Never thought of that, but yeah, that would be a bit better because it's just metal, isn't it? It's not going to damage them. Although I've got them on the bases, so it might damage the plastic base. And it'll also take my super glue off. Ideally, I would have cleaned them before I built them, but that involves planning ahead.
Yeah.
I don't do such things. I'm not capable of such nonsense. Mind you, when Tony sent me his Cassakins, because Tony sent me a squad of Cassakins, Tony McPony, I cleaned them in the normal warm water and soapy water washing liquid, and they were fine.
I just used to use a dishwasher tablet.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's multiple ways.
Yeah, I just don't want them all to fall apart and have to reglue them all together.
No, because that'll end. Yeah, that'll end with tears and mate.
Well, no, it would be easy to put back together again. It's just a bit pain.
Yeah.
I'm actually using my scribing tool to sort of re-scribe the frame on his goggles a little bit because they had a little bit sticking down. It kind of looks all right. I mean, I might get away with it once it's painted.
Yeah.
The actual goggle lenses are now a tiny bit rough because I had to file them with my tiny little round file, but I think I'll get away with it. I think I managed to keep the frame. I'll know once I've primed it anyway. If I need to, I can just paint them black.
Yeah.
My fingers smell like coins.
Yeah, that is the white metal smell when you've been building them kits. It is nice. Yeah.
It's like that kind of it's the smell of somebody's shed when they do lots of electrical stuff.
Oh yeah, it's soldering iron smell, isn't it?
Yeah. If you've got a neighbour who's a tinker and does all tinkering in the shed and they do a lot of electrical stuff, that's what it smells like.
Yeah, that proper smell of gel flux. It's just
Yeah. Swarfiga. I've not smelled
Swarfiga, yeah.
Since my school days.
Stable compound on every mechanic's bench. Big tub of Swarfiga with a plunger on the top. It's like, yeah.
Oh, when we were at school, we didn't have that. We just had the big tub. You go and put your hand in.
Yeah.
Wonderful stuff. It's the only reason we enjoyed metalwork was purely for getting stick.
Yeah, the Swarfiga, yeah.
Industrial vat of Swarfiga at the end of it. I'm probably obsessing over these far too much. They probably look fine.
Yeah, but it's like anything, isn't it? You know, it's better to spend time doing it now than regretting it when you put primer on, because you're only going to have to do it again. So
yeah, I mean, I'm probably seeing lots of things here that I think are like mould lines, but when you get primer on, they'd be invisible. So.
Yeah. If it doesn't look like it should be there, then perhaps it shouldn't. You know, that's that mindset we have, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. There's lots of bits when you look at it because it's shiny, you just think there's no detail, it's just a random blob. But obviously, once you get primer on it, you'd be like, oh, it's a lapel and a medal and a.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. It'll start to come together. Oh, come together.
And it's like anything, primer will always show up any flaws.
Oh, yeah.
Any imperfections. That's why we always do what we used to call guide coats.
Yep.
You know, so you could then have a contrasted colour and you would just sand away until it disappeared. So.
Yeah, that's what the guide coat's for. You get rid of the primer on either side.
Yeah.
Once you've got the primer left, you know it's level. Guide coats, da 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 da. I think the thing with metal minis is there is a certain charm to the scrubbliness of their actual sculpting and the casting.
Yeah.
Which I think is, I think people accept it. It's like, yeah, we're not expecting.
Yeah, but it's like old Airfix kits. If it didn't come with flash, you thought it was a reject.
Yeah. I think people expect a certain scrabbliness to these metal minis because that's what they are. They're metal minis.
Yeah, but it kind of adds to their quaintness, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Unlike an Airfix kit, which just adds to the crappiness of it. But
yeah.
I'm starving, Marvin.
Yeah, I'm a bit hungry.
All I can think about right now is ham sandwiches. I've thought about doing these minis all week, and now all I can think about is ham sandwiches.
Yeah.
Big thick doorstop of ham.
Oh, yeah, now you're talking. Tiger bread.
Yeah, sliced tiger loaf, and it's big thick doorstops of tiger loaf. Mustard.
Oh, now you're talking.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Piccalilli.
Yeah, I'm not a big Piccalilli person, so...
maybe some tartar sauce. We've actually got a jar of tartar sauce, and I love tartar sauce. I'd forgotten all about tartar sauce until our local chippy started doing it. I'm like, oh!
Yeah, yeah.
I need all that now on my face. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of tartar sauce, mate. Happy days.
Yep. Ta-ta. Right, I think that's going to be as good as that gets.
And just give that a little scrape to get rid of that.
Scrapey, scrapey. Anyway, what else has been going on in your world then, Festa? What else have you been thinking about lately?
I've been doing me shiny car. I've been doing me paint rack. As you know, it's massive now. It's the full length of me door.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been prepping the 1/16 Volkswagen bus shell ready for primer, because that's the next one that's going in the spray booth. I've then got to voice over 6 episodes of the H2 Carbon. Get that all put up. So that'll be going up for patrons and channel members.
Lovely.
So you get early access on that, folks. So, yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
Oh, yeah, it's been a couple of weeks of catch-up for various reasons. And every time I get to this exact point where I'm beginning to perhaps think of planning a build routine, something disastrous goes, and now I'm just winging it at the moment because I don't want to tempt fate.
Yeah.
So when you say to me, what you got planned for the week, I'm like, I'd rather not plan it, because every time I've planned...
I'm not going to plan anything.
Yeah, every time I've planned something this year, something's gone,
Right, yes. Well, I managed to do a little bit of filming yesterday, and some voiceover and a bit of editing today for a new models video.
Yeah.
And I'll be finishing that off tomorrow.
Yeah.
To do with their UMP goodness, because as you know, UMP is in association with eModels.
It certainly is.
eModels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. How many of you needs, Colin?
All of them.
All of them.
Peter Davey says, what's the best glue for printed resin? Right. Ooh. Depending on the size of the model and the weight of the thing you're gluing, like, you know, if it's a big 12-inch figure and it's solid, then you want something like an epoxy resin and pin it or key each joint so that you've got a good glue surface. If it's something small, reasonably sized, about yay tall, I just use a bit of thick super glue with some, what's his name, accelerator. But like I say, for my big tall resin prints, I always pin them and use a 2-part epoxy. But you know, that works for me. I've not had one break yet, so.
That's like with miniatures. This kind of size miniature, you wouldn't pin them really, unless it was a very delicate bit. But you wouldn't really pin it because, you know, that'll stick together now for a long time. But for like a big massive resin in Imperial Knight or something, or big forge wheel, you're going to pin that. Because it's heavy. Yeah, it's a big heavy boy.
Yeah, if it hasn't got keyed parts, then I normally put a bit of Tipex on the arm each side, put it together so that it leaves a trace dot, and then I'll drill it and put brass rod through the joint. So,
I remember there's one way to do pinning that, because I often sat there for how the hell do you line up the bits? Yeah. And there was one way I suddenly realised it's dead easy. If you want to get these two things here, and you want to pin them together, like say this is a body of something, and this is like a sticky on bit, and you want to pin them, then a lot of times, like you'll make a mark and stuff, and you'll drill a hole in one. But the thing is, if this one isn't particularly thick, what you can do is glue it in place and then just drill a hole through that, stick the pin in, and then seal that with some putty. I'm like, oh yeah, that's really obvious. Why didn't I ever think of that?
Absolutely.
It's like, oh yeah, duh.
I mean, my big Batman through his shoulder joints, I just drilled straight through it and put a solid rod through it because it's such a heavy arm.
So many shoulders.
But yeah, he says, cool, thanks, mate. That's all right, mate. Like I say, done quite a lot of large resin printed figures, and that's my technique. There's more than one way to do it. Don't get me wrong. Other people will probably have other ideas how they do it. It's what this hobby's about at the end of the day.
Oh, the ideas. So many ideas. Dude.
Yes.
I'm about to finish my second dude. I've got to glue him to his
proud
base.
of you.
I've got to glue him to his base and make sure it doesn't stick up like last time.
Oh, mate, I am so proud of you.
Oh, no, I've got a mould line. Hang on.
Tell you what I'm
Just
going
get a
to
big
use.
seam mould thing on his arm. Let's get rid of that first.
It is where...
They're quite cool little figures, these.
Yeah.
When you said that, there it is over there. You got like really quiet but quite close in my ear, like you were looking in my ear.
Oh, yes, because I was leaning forward to pick something out of my rack, mate, and right next to me is my microphone.
It was like, you're finding something in my ear hole. That's kind of disturbing. There it is. It's in Fox's ear hole.
Easy, ear hole, folks.
Ear holes. Ow, lump, clank. That just destroyed the ASMR then, didn't it? Banging the microphone.
You are so special.
I am special. I am super special. Like in Wolfenstein 2, but not quite. I'm enjoying this cleanup.
Yeah,
It smells
I thought you
good.
were.
It smells good, and it's interesting. I can't go in quite into like autopilot not thinking mode because it's not that easy. It's not too hard though. It's just you can't quite switch off. And getting rid of the mould lines whilst preserving the fine details is kind of makes it a interesting, tricky little proposition.
You're an interesting, tricky little proposition.
Well, thank you very much. I do my best.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do try.
Yeah. You're made of propositions.
Tricky little proposition. See, it's your fault now. I'm thinking about ham sandwiches, which will take me mere minutes to make, or also just filthy Canadian burgers from the Canadian Burger Takeaway that's still open at this time of night, which will require no preparation time, but will include filth.
I know what choice I'd make. All the filth, but hey, you know.
The downside is that they did that thing where they deliver you a burger and you get a bun and a patty and then a bit of tomato and then a bun. And it's like, and everything else? Where's everything else?
Yeah, it was a bit gash, was it?
Yeah, it's like, where's all the, like, salad and stuff? Your hyper mega burger or whatever it is. It's not just burger, bread. That's not how it works. Come on now. Sort your shizzle out. Right, we'll be wrapping up in a minute, I think.
Yeah.
Of course, it's nearly 11 of the o'clocks.
Scary, isn't it?
Are you actually going to not finish a dude?
No, I'm gluing him to his base.
Ooh. So you'll have just about finished him. And I'll have just about finished two dudes. Our reputations will be intact, dude.
Very scary, isn't it?
I know, it's almost unnatural in an unnatural kind of way.
Just want that to stick. Oh, there you go.
Not like that, like that.
What, like that? Oh, yeah. There you go. Happy days.
I think some of these like mild imperfections and mould lines might just be covered by the paint eventually, so I have to not worry too much about every single little imperfection.
Yeah, it's one of them. If you obsess over it, mate, then yeah. It's going to be a thing.
You may as well just obsess over it. You'll be just rebuilding the entire figure from scratch.
4.
There we go. 4. He's far 4. 4, 4, 5.
Yeah, 4, 5, 4.
He's 5, 4. He's far 4. He's 5. I got it wrong. I messed it up, and the joke's dead now. It's your fault. Shut up. Right, I shall glue it to the base.
It's all my fault, is it? I don't mind.
It's
that.
all your fault.
I like it being my fault.
I know my place.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can tell the glue's. You can tell the glue's blocked up because it's shaking when I squeeze it. Yeah, that's sealed itself up. It's time to unseal the hushed casket. There's a video game reference there. I bet nobody gets it.
Yeah, well, straight away as soon as you said video game, yeah, I was lost. You know, that's almost like saying I saw this on an episode of Bluey.
Yep.
He's not forgiven me for the other night. He sent me a picture of Bluey as a GIF, and I said neuter it, and he was just like, dude, can't believe you said that.
I said, dude, that's a 4-year-old child you're talking about there.
Like, yeah. I have no soul, according to Foxx.
You have no soul. Oh, somebody needs to come up with a system whereby you can unclog these things easily.
What?
CA bottle tops.
Have you not got any old reamers?
Not an old reamer. I've got my reamer, but I need that for my airbrush. I'm just using old drill bits at the minute. That I can...
what about old sewing needles?
Yeah, but they're all really small and thin. I haven't got any heavy duty ones. I'm to make do with little drill bits and stuff, which are not really doing the job, if I'm perfectly honest. And they're just prone to snapping.
Needs a bit more on that.
There we go. Yeah. Twonk it with a big hammer. There you go. It's always the way. Always the way forward.
Where's it gone?
I cleaned it up there, obviously.
I'm proud of you, mate.
Twonk it with a big hammer.
If in doubt, exactly. Hit it with hammer.
Yep. Ah, pig. A reamer would be a good idea, actually.
Yeah, I always, especially if I get a new airbrush or something, or there's a cheap reamer kit, I always buy one because I just use the reamers for different things then, and I have a little drawer full of them, and it's like, yeah. Rather put more on this than less, because it is not the most brilliant thing to put on a base, but it works.
You see what I did there?
Because a lot of this base is going to be covered anyway, so...
You're impressed, aren't you?
I am. I am impressed that I managed to use the super glue. Hey.
Wait.
I was just about to say without gluing myself to
it. Oh, bless you, Cole. Don't ever change, you epic spoon.
Yeah, do you want to tell the crowd about the doghouse moment I had last night?
Oh, I think you should tell that story. You would tell it much better than me, because you can tell it. Yeah. You can tell it with the appropriate level of shame.
Yeah, we was bragging last night on the frolic about how I wasn't in the doghouse. This is me bragging, and Foxx was like, "Oh, don't worry, mate. Give yourself time. You'll be in the doghouse before you know it." And I didn't really think nothing of that.
You'll do something.
Literally, I thought, oh, my alarm went off on my watch. So I thought, oh, I better ring H, get her out of bed. So I rung her. Said, oi, you get your carcass out of bed, you lazy mare. She said, I told you before you went live that I'm not working because it's bank holiday.
Don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you were in the doghouse.
Yeah, it's like, right. She said, you know when you was nodding your head? I went, yeah. That's what I was saying. She said, so now, she said, I know you had your battery compartment on your hearing aid open and you had your hearing aid off. She said, so I will beat you for that. Like, okay.
Yeah, he says to me, he said, she was telling me that, and I knew she was talking about something, but I wasn't listening. I turned my hearing aid off.
Yeah.
Okay, I've just dropped my drill bit.
So, so my momentary not in the doghouse lasted...
Momentary. Moments.
About 5 hours. Yeah. So, one of those. Bless her. She's like, really? I was so looking forward to an undisturbed kit. I went, you'll be asleep within 5 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she's looking at all the like roofies and going, you'll be asleep within 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny because after we went, she actually sauntered down a couple of hours later, and I went, oh, you're up early. She said, yeah, for some reason, I haven't been able to get back to sleep. Can't think why. Git.
You're like, oh, I don't know about that,
I'm
love.
like, that's unlike you, love. What happened there then? You're off. It's bank holiday, love, isn't you? Yeah. She said, don't mock. She said, because I will hit. I was like, yeah, of course you will.
Festa has never found a corner that he didn't like.
Yeah. I said, it's a bit early for me to go next door. She went, no. She said, you'll be all right, but any more lip from you, she said, and I will get the tea towel out. Bless her. That proper
You are your own
zombie.
worst
I mean,
enemy.
she walked in and I was like, bloody hell, it's Alice Cooper. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I thought that inwardly because, yeah.
When you say thought that inwardly, you mean you said it out loud, didn't you?
I don't think I did.
Yeah. You can't say for sure.
I can't give you a
100%.
definitive denial on that one because as far as I'm aware, I didn't. But, yeah.
But all signs point to sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, bless her. Was funny.
It's like I said last night. I don't know if it was on the show or just to you, but how can you? You're the only person I know that that could have lived with H for 30 years and not learn a thing.
Oh yeah, you said that on the frolic, didn't you?
Yeah, and still be making the same mistakes now that you're making 30 years ago. It's a skill. I can't
Keeps her
deny
on her
it.
toes, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure she loves that.
Lets her know how much she loves me.
It just lets her know who's in charge, as in her,
Absolutely. Makes
It's a way
her
for it to
feel
be
good
reminded
about herself because she gets to tell me off. See, so it's like, yeah.
It's her way to be reminded that she's in charge and you don't stand a chance.
Yeah, she's just like, they say that you regret or make bad choices in life, and she just leaves it silent, and she just looks at me and smiles, and I'm like, you don't mean that, do you?
And she does that little eyebrow thing, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'll shut up now.
Yeah,
Quit running your head, laughing boy. Okay.
absolutely.
Right.
Do you want strychnine on your dinner, love, or just salt and pepper? I'm like, you don't mean that, dear.
Yeah, strychnine or the other one.
Yeah, she has been on high alert since Kettlegate, so yeah.
Well, she's been on high alert since Carburettor Gate. Come on, she's been on high alert since you got married.
Yeah, many years, bless her.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Dude.
Right, you Spudbit.
Yeah, dude, look, you're impressed.
Have you finished him? Have you finished him? Let's go full screen. Hang on, I'll put you full screen so you can show off your work.
Ignore the white frosty base there. That's just my accelerator mist.
Yeah.
But yeah, look.
Yeah, it is
dude.
a bug. You see what I mean about it being a bugger to glue it to the base because it's got very tiny contact points.
Yeah, that's why I just use thin super glue and then accelerator.
I had to do that as well.
But yeah,
Looking awesome, buddy.
There you go, mate. You're proud of me for that, aren't you?
I am. What are you going to do next time?
Oh, I ain't got a clue. I've got no idea, mate. Whatever's nearest to me that can be glued together or painted, mate. I might get the projects box out during the week and just prime the rest of everything, and then I can just grab something and paint it. So
yeah.
there you go.
Well, I have finished my first ever 2 metal minis.
Oh, look at that.
We have a plasma gun, dude, and a commissar.
Oh, nice.
I've tried to clean up as best I can, but it's really hard to see when it's shiny metal. I did mess up the barrel on his plasma rifle, but I think I've recovered it enough that once it's, like I said before, when it's primed and it's got like a bit of black washer there, it'll kind of, you won't see it.
Yeah.
It looks a bit scruffy inside, but it'll be black in there. So I think it's better than having no drilled out barrel anyway.
Exactly.
So yeah, I've now got a load of stuff on my bench that will get into my skin and cause me great injuries.
Oh, there you go.
So I'll have to make sure I clean it up. And I smell like a big bowl full of coins.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, so that is me, and I've got the world's worst camera angle, but there you go.
No wrong with it.
So I think that's going to do us, I think, Spud.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Massive.
Yeah.
And why am I doing the wrap up? It's your bloody stream. Sorry.
It's all right. I'll just sit back and let you crack on, don't mind. Yeah, so massive thank you. Massive thank you to all of you for watching, as Festa was about to say on my stream. Massive thank you. Massive thank you to everyone. Actually, before we go, I'll give them one last treat. Ready? These are my God hand nippers. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Dry brushing over a null oil wash. If you've got some nippers like that where they're actually silver but they look black because they've got dirty, just give them a... Oh, it's so nice. Look at that edge. Anyway, yes. So
it does look good, doesn't it? It's like...
Yeah, it looks like you've just done all your edge highlighting. It's so nice. Anyway, yes. everybody, thank you massively for watching tonight. It means a great deal to me and to Festa for the show. We will be back next Saturday, of course, all being well, for the next Warhammer Sunday Saturday, where I'll carry on building these guys. I will be back. I'm not going to be back tomorrow with the gaming stream again, because I've not got enough time this week to do any gaming streams, so apologies. I'll be back on Monday, of course, because you and I are doing the Monday Nonsense or the Monday Madness stream.
Yeah, over on the Festa's channel, so tune in for that, folks.
And then hopefully you will see me on Wednesday on eModels, and then Friday for some gaming and for another one of our Friday Frolics. There'll be a video going up on eModels in the next few days, only a little one. And then I will hopefully get some of the GT40 done and filmed and get that uploaded onto my channel in the next few days. But that's my schedule for the next week, which, of course, will all just go out the window because real life kicks me in the ass every time.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why I'm just winging it day by day at the moment. Yeah.
So you'll see, Festa will just say, oh, you'll see him through the week.
You'll see me when you see me.
You're going tomorrow. You're going tomorrow, though, aren't you, for the Sunday?
I honestly don't know at the moment what to do. I don't know whether to give it a miss or not at the moment. I'm a bit sore at the moment, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel in a couple of hours. But I might skip it tomorrow and come back next Sunday.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. He's playing Cyberpunk tomorrow. Badly for your entertainment.
No, it's just I don't know, just not feeling right.
Have a chill Sunday.
Yeah.
Why not?
So I might sod it. I'll take tomorrow off and I'll see you Monday. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Have yourself a day off, buddy.
Yeah. Still just a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, rough around the edges. Well, don't worry, you're allowed to take time off. That's how this works.
Yeah, I know. I just don't like letting people down.
Yeah, I know. I might possibly do a game stream tomorrow in the evening, maybe if I get a chance, but I probably won't. So probably nothing's going to happen tomorrow. So you'll see me on Monday as well. Anyway, until then, I shall say thank you to everyone who's been watching. Take care of yourselves. Go make something awesome. Again, whoever bought this for me, thank you very much. I wish I knew who you were. Big hugs to you, especially. Go make something awesome. Go be awesome. And until next time, I shall say...
Adios, amigos.
Oh.
See you later, folks. Bye.
Bye.